Hi, I'm Tasha, and this is Rosie, my daughter, and West, and Lila.
This is Lila, and this is our tiny home adventure.
So over here we have two 30-pound propane tanks. It's a triple axle, 30 feet by 8 foot custom aluminum trailer. Started building in January and it's now October 21st, so it's taken a lot longer than expected. All spray foamed underneath with R20 spray foam. 100 amp, so there's
AC power.
AC. The counter, we completely redid it. It was like a little box kitchen before. It's all bamboo counter. West had the idea of using some acacia flooring. Really liked how it turned out. I was looking for alternatives for tiling and grout and that kind of traditional thing people do in houses, something more lightweight. And we found this new wallpaper at Home Hardware, and you can order like any design you want online from Home Hardware. Like you can look at different bricks and different stuff and it just sticks on. So it's been really fun to play with, and I maybe went a little bit overboard, but just kept putting it in all the different spaces. You'll see it throughout. And here's the washroom. So over here, yeah, this is the Nature's Head composting toilet. Oh. We love it. It's got 2 compartments, so like this is for going to the washroom for number 2. Number 1 goes in there and I empty it maybe every 3-4 days, depending on how many people are here. So over here we like custom built some framing around the washroom. Not sure if you can see it with the lighting in here. So this is a EcoTemp hot water tank, and it hooks up to the propane. It's on demand. It's been great so far. So yeah, that's a shower. Yeah, they're fully working, and got a little storage under there, another storage here. Like we've just been building as much storage throughout as we can. Well, I have a lot of stuff hidden right now underneath and over there, but we have a dual induction stove under the fan, and our oven, I have it hidden under here right now, but we're gonna put a shelf and just put it up here and have oven and stove.
These are going to be all cabinets. We're trying to finish it before you came, but not quite done yet. So there's going to be cabinets there. There's some cabinetry going to go under here and a door here.
Yeah.
Finish that off.
Like pots and pans and stuff we keep under here. Cutlery. So I really like these. I got these at Michael's and use them for yarn and stuff because I like doing fiber art. But I also thought about using it for cutlery and kitchen stuff, and it just rolls in and out when I need it, so that's helpful.
Tash got this undermount sink.
Yeah, we found this at the Restore actually. Got a really good deal. It's a Blanco sink, and the taps we found at the Restore. So
This is just like really made the space, like opened it up huge.
It opened up like a million times better. So yeah, I had the idea of putting little bookshelves and my succulents in here, so these are kind of like bookshelves here. And then up here, the skylights weren't in here before. Also, we custom put those in. So yeah, I'll just sit down like this. They wind up and down. It's kind of a cool mechanism, the way that they wind. And they also have screens, so if there's bugs and stuff, I don't have to worry about that. I like to do a lot of fiber art up here. Like that's one of the things I made, and I like crocheting. So this is kind of like my crochet nook area before I go to bed, where I do some of my artwork.
How have you found getting used to the lack of headroom in a bedroom like this?
It's tricky. That's a really good question. Making the bed is tricky. I have seen tiny houses with shed roofs, and maybe that's one thing I would suggest to people building tiny homes. The peak roof is great for the main area, but for the loft area, the shed roof with the high-low ceiling and having the bed at the high ceiling would be probably a better option for doing. We have it in the middle, so at the peak there's a bit of height here. It does help. We're getting used to it. We're still adjusting, but yeah, it's a journey. It's fun. It's an adventure. Like, I have that box there, adventure. Like, this is all an adventure and it's all new. And yeah, I think like pop-outs are great ideas. I know people that do built-in pop-outs, and you can do pop-out roofs, and they do like roofs that open. Like, there's just so many new ways of doing tiny houses now. And then this futon is for guests. We fold it out and it has storage, so this was another component we liked. So my sister slept over last night and we just kind of fold it out, and I keep bedding and some clothes in there. Some more clothing storage here, like we put our jackets and stuff there. And then this is little Rosie's room. You want to show your room? Yeah, this was also completely different when we first received it on end of April from the builder. He had shelving wall to wall and there was no loft floor, so we've reinforced the walls, we've redone the door, put the other play area, so it's come a long way. It's come a really long way from what it was before. And this was the original door. So the carpenter that did it, he did a bit of like rustic artwork, and I wanted to keep the door that he made. I thought it was a really cool feature.
This here is radiant pad flooring.
Oh yeah, the radiant pad flooring.
So yeah, that's a nice feature. Kind of was put in the wrong spot a bit, but it's great.
I've been looking at these fans for a while, and we finally got it this spring, and it's really helped with the circulating the air in here. We use plug-in heaters. Eventually we'd like to have a little like kindling wood stove put in here with the chimney, maybe next winter, but for now we're just doing the plug-in heaters. There's 2 of them, and it's more than enough to heat the place with the fan circulating the air. It's been years of watching and like seeing tiny homes, probably like 5-6 years. I've been researching, and I was looking into different designs and looking on Pinterest a lot. I found the Payette design with the blue and the cedar, and I really liked like the teal colors, so I drew it out. Moving here like 2 years ago and living on Salt Spring, living in Victoria, just like having trouble finding my home, finding that the cost of living is getting way like too expensive, I decided like, okay, I need to create my own reality. Like, I saw a lot of people creating like the van life and the tiny home life and creating their own realities, and I'm like, okay, I need to create my own reality because like it's not attainable within the system. I was paying $1,400 a month for rent in Victoria, and then I was living in a bachelor on Salt Spring, and I really liked, like, it was me and my daughter living in a bachelor, and we had a beautiful view. It was a great tiny space, and I was like, hey, I could do this. Like, I could live in a small space and be happy, and this is all I need. And I also was like starting to minimalize my life because before we moved out to BC, me and my sister and my daughter drove across Canada, and we purged a 3-bedroom condo, fit everything into my car, and moved it here. So I really wanted to like keep my amount of possessions small, and I wanted to challenge myself more in a way that like living tiny and living with more intention and having small things that you know you love rather than having excessive amounts of things.
How has it been living, like having a family in a tiny home like this?
It's been challenging. It's been really fun. Yeah, it was just me and Rosie in here at first. We make it work. It's challenging sometimes because you can hear everything going on in the house, and someone's going to the washroom, someone's taking a bath. We have quiet time after 8 when Rosie goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, having the outside space is really important.
Yeah.
Like the trampoline. I don't know if you got the trampoline out there, and then the greenhouse.
Yeah, the greenhouse, trampoline. When it rains, we go in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
And it actually like forces you to go outside more. And like it doesn't take long to clean the space, so you're like, okay, it's clean, and then you can just like go out and like enjoy being outdoors. And Well, for us it's been construction the last 6 months, so we'll be starting to do that now.
What other challenges do you face in this type of lifestyle?
The main thing that we've had a challenge with is that it wasn't really built properly from the beginning, and so that was and we're just like at the finishing couple touches, which took a huge amount of time. She had to get someone to redo the whole roof because it wasn't put on properly. So it's like really making sure, for other people, the advice would be like really make sure whoever you're getting to build or whatever is doing a good job, because you can.
And be careful with private contractors. Like, it is a lot more to pay to get it done with like Rewild tiny homes or Mint tiny homes, but like you're getting it fully
done right,
and you're paying more. But I ended up paying less, and I had a private contractor, and we did it ourselves. So it's like you got to weigh out the pros and cons, I think.
What other benefits have you found from living in this tiny home or having the tiny home?
Oh, tons. I think there's numerous benefits. Just like you're more intentional and conscious of what you bring into your house, I think. Like food, cooking, more time in a way. Like, I know like people that are retired and have big like houses, and they're just like constantly working on their big houses, but when it's smaller you have more time, I think. Like, just have more time to do things, time to cook. It's simple. Like, life is complicated enough in everyday life that having your life at home more simple just makes your mind more clear too. You feel clear and have it simple.
You can move it.
Yeah, that's a big part. Is like, it's on wheels.
Yeah.
If you want to move, you can rent a tow truck or whatever.
Someone puts up a condo next door. Like, we're not stuck here.
No, not tied down to the area.
Like, we don't like the area for some reason or whatever.
Would you recommend this lifestyle, and what type of person would you recommend it to?
I would recommend it for anyone that wants to challenge themselves. Anyone that just feels like they want to simplify their life. Families, I've seen a lot of families do it, and I think if they really want to challenge, being in a small space and test their relationship really, it's definitely a great test. A lot of single people, I think, like, I've seen smaller tiny homes that are like 20 feet, maybe half the size of this, and I think it's great for retired people. My friend in Sydney, she's wanting to build one. She's in the process of designing and looking into it, and she's on her own, so I think it's perfect for people retiring and they're downsizing from living in big homes and they can't quite afford to live in condos in cities. Then they just, have something in the country and on wheels, and they can be around their grandkids or kids when they're retired. I think it's great also. Like, I think it's great because you're living cheaper and you can travel. Like, we're going to be traveling more. We don't have to work as much, I think. Like, rent is lower, and there's certain places we want to go, and we know that we can rent out this space to people that want to try it and have it available, like, affordably, and then we can go travel. And there's like so many options. Like, it's just opened up the door of options.
Do you post about your tiny home anywhere?
I'm gonna start a website, a blog. It'll probably start like next month though, because we just finished, and I will let you know as soon as I get it started.
What's up, guys? It's Forrest. Thank you so much for watching that video. Please hit like and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Right below me right now is a playlist of a whole bunch of videos I've done on alternative dwellings, vans, sailboats, tiny homes, all sorts of good stuff. So go ahead and click that link and continue watching. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. I upload every single Monday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.